Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for 17 News at Noon. I'm Nicole Gitsky. We'll begin with the search for a suspect that killed a man early this morning. Now, here's video of that scene overnight. It happened just after midnight at the Kreme motel on Union Avenue near California Avenue. That's where Bakersfield police officers say the victim was shot and killed. It's not clear what led up to the shooting. Officers say witnesses saw a dark-colored minivan leaving the scene at a high rate of speed. If you have any information on this shooting, call BPD at 327-7111. Now, it's been a deadly year in Kern County. The 2 homicides over the weekend add to 78 people killed this year. At this point last year, there were 61 killings. That's 17 fewer than there were today. Crime experts say that's not always an explanation for why crime has rises and falls, but dozens are being killed in Kern County every year. If trends continue, we'll be on track to shatter our previous record set in 2018. That year, 113 were killed. Unfortunately, it's a new normal. For this year, on average, someone is killed nearly every 3 days in Kern. It's an issue often reported in snapshots. In many cases, the victims' stories aren't told with details going unreported. Our goal is to change that with the 17 News Homicide Tracker. You can go to KGET.com to see more about trends, resources, and stories about the victims. Well, Bakersfield police are investigating a sexual assault on 2 minors in central Bakersfield. According to BPD, early Sunday morning, they responded to a home on Sydney Street near Wilson Road and South H. Officers say an unknown man broke into a home, went into a bedroom, and was fondling the 2 minors while they slept. One of the victims woke up and the suspect ran. He is described as a Hispanic or white male, 5'6" to 5'8", tan complexion with black hair. He was last seen wearing black jeans and a black button-up shirt. If you have any information, call BPD at 327-7111. And 2 men are behind bars this afternoon after street racing turns into somewhat of a riot. According to BPD, around 8:45 yesterday evening, officers received reports of street racers blocking off the intersection of Wenatchee and University. An officer trying to talk with the group was hit in the head with a glass bottle. Officers arrested that man on aggravated assault on an officer. The group made their way to Westside Parkway and began blocking off all northbound lanes. BPD says they were trying to hold a street race. The group then moved to the parking lot at Studio Movie Grill. Officers tried to make contact with the hostile group. Officers say a motorcycle took off, leading police on a chase. That man was also arrested. In total, 10 cars were impounded and 2 arrests were made. Well, it has been more than 10 months since 17 News first broke the story alleging Kern County fair officers misused and mismanaged hundreds of thousands of state funds. A spokesperson with the DA's office confirms with 17 News it is continuing with its investigation into claims fair officials misappropriated more than $300,000. A state audit brought to light last September alleged, among other things, fair employees worked on side projects while on state time, all as senior fair officials and employees use state credit cards to purchase illegal out-of-state trips, lavish meals, wasteful tips, and alcohol. The DA's office did not provide any further comment, noting this remains a pending investigation. Let's go to the latest on the coronavirus here in Kern County. Kern Public Health reports another 857 new cases today. More than 24,000 people have tested positive since March. Over 17,000 of those cases are considered active right now. 249 are isolated at a hospital. That's 4 more than yesterday. Over 7,000 people have recovered. 171 people have lost their life since the pandemic began in March. Well, there's a way to help COVID-19 patients, even if you're not one of the frontline medical workers. If you've already had COVID-19, you can donate your blood to help other people recover faster. Houchin Community Blood Bank says out of more than 6,000 people who have recovered from the virus, if saving a life isn't enough to get you in the door, the blood bank is also offering survivors a $50 gift card to simply donate. Now, that promotion has been extended yet again to August 15th. For more information on how you can donate, call 616-2575 or visit their website at hcbb.com. Now to the latest on the Stagecoach fire that continues to burn this afternoon. That fire is in the mountains between Tehachapi and Lake Isabella. The fire has grown to over 7,700 acres, and fire officials say it has destroyed 37 structures. 5 other buildings have been damaged. Crews are getting an upper hand on the flames, with the fire 64% contained. So far, nobody has been hurt. Kern County Fire, along with U.S. Forest Service officials, held a community meeting to discuss the fire and to answer any questions. Officials provided more in-depth details regarding the fire. Now, 12 single-family homes have been completely lost in the blaze, 2 others damaged. 25 outbuildings have been lost and another 3 destroyed. Fire officials expect full containment by Wednesday. Now, they previously expected full containment on August 17th. Police want to remind residents that they are patrolling the area and keeping a close eye on any potential looters. Evacuation orders for those in the Paiute Meadows area have been lifted at this time. Evacuation orders remain in effect for Thompson Canyon and Valley View. Fire officials estimate about 150 residents are included in those orders as of right now. Well, now to some safety tips you'll want to keep in mind as fire season continues. When there's an active fire, be sure to take care of your lungs. Wildfire smoke contains particulate matter, which can trigger asthma attacks and aggravate chronic bronchitis. This smoke can also increase the risk of heart attack and stroke. Taking care of your lungs is especially important during the COVID-19 outbreak. If you're exposed to dirty, polluted air, move inside as soon as possible. If you're already indoors, keep your doors and windows closed. And this serves as such an important reminder. We are in the midst of wildfire season right now. Let's send things over to Kevin Charette once again.
Yeah, we are very dry out there. We're only going to see warmer temperatures as we go throughout the next 7 days. We're sitting at 94 degrees right now, a light wind out of the west-northwest at 9 miles per hour, and our humidity value at 25%. As we take a look at what we can expect this afternoon in terms of our highs, we should be at 97. That's where we should be, but unfortunately, we will be looking at triple digits. 109 is the record set back in 1929, and look at overnight. We were at 75 degrees, so we were 5 degrees off the normal, even for our overnight temperature. We're sitting at 97 in Delano right now, 93 in Taft, and then for the mountains, 84 in Frazier Park, 88 in Tehachapi, and Lake Isabella at 91. We've got some clouds along the coastal areas. We're still looking at a weak system off our coast. That's going to keep our temperatures somewhat in check here the next few days. After today, we're actually going to see the temperatures fall back a little bit before we see another warm-up. So even though we're looking at 103 today, we are going to see a little bit of a cooling trend tomorrow. Here's a look at the daytime highs. 98 in Sacramento, 104 in Fresno today, and then down to the south, 70 in LA, 75 in San Diego, and where we really find that heat, no surprise, Phoenix at 111. Want to talk about some severe weather that's happening here this afternoon, and it's the only real hot spot right now into parts of Iowa, moving into Illinois. And Illinois is really under the gun here the next couple of hours. We've been seeing some severe weather, winds over 80 miles per hour. If you have family or friends in Illinois, we're looking at this basically a squall line that's going to be moving east, and under the gun right now is going to be Peoria in the next hour or so. I have family actually in Peoria. I was texting my grandma saying, hey, get ready, take cover, because this could be a powerful storm. Here at home, well, we're looking at a quiet day. Air quality won't be in our favor, unhealthy for sensitive groups, with an AQI at 105. Our UV index today at 10.6. And here's a look at our numbers. Bakersfield, I'm putting 103 out there for you today. 102 in Delano, 100 in Taft and Maricopa with just a light wind. And then for the mountains in the Kern River Valley, 89 in Frazier Park, Tehachapi at 90. And then we've got near 100 into the Kern River Valley, 99 for Lake Isabella. And then out in the desert where we find the heat is Ridgecrest, 105 today, 99 in Mojave, and a light wind. As we take a look at that extended forecast here, you'll see tomorrow we get a little bit of a break along with Wednesday and Thursday. But as that ridge builds in from the east, we're looking at 103, 104 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday overnight into those 70s. For the mountains, we'll also get a little bit of a break in the temperatures Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but then right back up into the lower 90s for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then for the Kern River Valley forecast, mid-90s in play tomorrow, and then you can see that gradual warm-up, and we'll be right near 100 again by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a look at your forecast. Nicole, back over to you.
KGET and Dignity Health are working with the Bakersfield Homeless Center to get kids the supplies they need for the upcoming school year. The annual backpack drive kicked off last week, but this time KGET is not accepting donations. We're asking everyone to give the supplies directly to the homeless center. Even though lessons are online, kids still need traditional supplies. They will need backpacks, notebooks, pencils, markers, boys and girls clothing, and more. You can drop off those donations or donate money online. For more information, visit our website, kget.com. And this week is Educator Appreciation Week, and Krispy Kreme is showing some love. Tomorrow is Straight A Tuesday at Krispy Kreme. You will receive a free Straight A dozen with any purchase of a regular dozen. You can then give that dozen to someone in your life, whether it be a teacher, parent, neighbor, or mentor. You just need to follow 3 simple steps, and you can find that on our website. Just click the hot link icon. Also, all week, teachers can pick up a free donut and coffee. All you need is your teacher ID at checkout.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.